What is the status of CSE now?
Currently, it's being reviewed. And my position here, my personal position as chairman of the Basic Education Committee is let's go back to the original intention of the law. And that law, if you remember, was debated emotionally. You know? The RH law didn't pass.
Yeah, it wasn't smooth sailing.
No, it wasn't. It didn't pass instantly. It was debated for a very long time because it's very sensitive. And the RH law, because of its intense debate, became culturally sensitive. So let's apply those learnings to our own reproductive health education rather than come up with something from the West which is not applicable to us or which is not appropriate to us. Let's apply already a concept that was debated heavily before.
So what happens now? It's being reviewed. It's currently being reviewed.
It's being reviewed, okay. And I talked to Secretary Angara about this, and he said that he's really seriously reviewing this. And but there's no conclusion yet on how to move forward. So maybe later on we'll probably call on DepEd.
But while there's no certainty on how to move forward, is it suspended?
No, it's not suspended. It's not suspended. That's why I was calling for suspension while you're reviewing it. But my position is already go back to the original comprehensive sexuality, it's reproductive health education.
Yeah, but if the teachers, if there's a question mark on how fully trained the teachers are, that will trickle to the students.
Correct, correct. That's what I'm afraid of because tayo, we're talking here at the head office or at the Senate, but we have to remember that we're not going to teach this. It's the teachers who are going to teach this in every classroom. Yeah. So we have to make sure that they're knowledgeable, they're trained, they know the boundaries of sexuality education because sexuality education is very complicated to teach.
And definitely the sensitivity there. So moving forward, we were saying dalawa po ito. So now CSE currently being taught, that's being under reviewed.
Yeah.
Now what about the anti-teenage pregnancy bill? What's the status of that?
Right now, Senator Risa filed a substitute bill for that. And I know a lot of senators listed to ask questions about that bill. So I think Senator Risa listened to a lot of the comments of different groups, especially the religious groups. But we still have to debate that on the floor. So it's in the process of debate right now.
So ano na lang po yan, pagbalik nyo?
Pagbalik namin.
Pero pag hindi po matapos yan,
yeah, we have 6 session days na lang eh.
So, is it in June 2, just 6 left?
Yeah, 6 session days left
see.
When we come back. So it will be tight. It will be tight. It's not impossible, but it will be tight.
But how important is this bill for you personally?
Well, for me, what's important here is to address the issue of teenage pregnancies. We have about 140,000 teenage pregnancies in 2023. So that's quite a bit, quite a lot. So we need to address that. But I admit that we cannot address that with just CSE or reproductive health education. The parents also need to play a very big role. And that's where I'm also pushing very hard DepEd and the SWD to come up with programs to train our parents on how to talk to their children.
Also,
we cannot leave it to just the teachers. The parents need to play an active, not only some really active role to educate their children.
So it's really educating the children and educating the parents as well. And very important in that substitute bill of Senator Risa is tinanggal po yung very controversial na in accordance with international. Yun po kasi naaaning WHO and UNESCO studies.
Correct, because that opens up the door to Western culture. Yeah. And in fact, in the WHO guidebook, they want to teach sexuality education, or CSE, Comprehensive Sexuality Education, as early as 1 year old.
Yeah.
So very liberal the way they think, because in their philosophy, all human beings are sexual human beings. So, and that's not culturally applicable to us.